Hi, Jim Benson here from Personal Kanban and Modus Institute. I want to talk a little bit about inspiration or creativity or innovation. We've seen a lot of companies recently require people to be more innovative. And it's very difficult to be innovative, especially when you don't have time for it. So one day you wake up and you say, hey, I actually have a cool innovation. I have something that I'm psyched about doing. I have a creative impulse and I want to get it done. And then you come in and you run headlong into your Kanban, which has this WIP limit and these 3 tasks that you're already working on. And it's going to take you a long time to finish those. So you're like, well, I guess that I'll be creative tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and you're like, yeah, I don't care anymore. So these tend to be very emotional moments where we have a lot of internal energy to do something about whatever this is. And if we let that go, not only do we lose our enthusiasm, but we lose a lot of those initial ideas that we were just about to have to make this thing work. So what we want to do is when we come into work and we see that we have 3 things in our doing column and there's this number, we remember that this number here is not there to force us to always only do 3 things. It's there to help us see when we're doing 4 and make sure that we understand why. So if we come in and our great new idea is, build space shuttle or build new house, that's going to take a little while and that's going to really interrupt things. So maybe you do want to wait on that one a little bit. But if this is about investigation or whiteboarding something or ideation, that creative bit, you probably do want to strike, while the iron is hot and start working on this immediately, but make sure that you know what you're going to expend. So say I'm going to expend 1 or 2 Pomodoros on this, and then when I'm done, I'll move it over to done, and maybe it will be completed, or maybe it will result in some new tasks for me. But either way, I will have made the most of that creative energy, and then I'll go back and get this stuff done. So we kind of treat this as a creative emergency, but we give ourselves the luxury of being able to take advantage of that energy. Now, if David Allen were here, he would give us a second option for this, which is over here in our options column to create a, maybe a great ideas section. Great ideas. David Allen would call this probably a someday or a maybe column. But then we take those great ideas that we have and we put them in here, and then we turn those into future projects. So we have leeway here when we're inspired to do some initial investigation or some quick work to get that fleshed out. And we have an opportunity here also to save good ideas in the future. So for example, I have one of these columns for future blog posts or future writing because I'm constantly having ideas or learning things when we're working with clients about ways that people work and work together. So just a couple of suggestions very quick about how to respect your creative energies and turn that into some real work that actually gets done.